For the past 3 years, Nathan and I have spent pretty much every single weekend we've had working in this shed, this very shed right here in my backyard. Building all kinds of things, cars, shed infrastructure, go-karts, you name it, we'll give it a crack. And don't get me wrong, it's a great space to work in, like we are very lucky to have a shed like this, but we have always wondered, wouldn't it be awesome if we could have maybe another space where we could do even bigger fabrication projects? And maybe even like sell merch directly to our viewers. And on top of that, what if we had a spot where we could even hold our own car meets? And that got us thinking.
And on that note, we welcome you to Hackshop Garage The Factory. Come on in, mate. So you're probably wondering, what the hell is this? Yeah. This is what we've had on in the background for probably 5 months now. A factory that we're currently renting out. The whole reasoning for this is I've always wanted to go out on my own business. My dad, Tin Man, has his own business. And Hackshop, we just wanted another area to play with.
Yes.
And, you know, I think the last car meet we did was, probably 3 years ago.
I reckon,
and we've kept saying we want to hold another one, but we wanted to better that. We wanted to have a home for Hackshop Garage. So this is what it is.
So this factory is divided up into many different sections. It's actually
Yes.
2 factories, sort of as one.
Yes.
That's why there's 2 roller doors.
Yes.
And a big gaping hole right there between the 2. So I think what we need to do is start with, let's go through each section to
Yes.
explain what we're dealing with and what we're looking at. So
Yes, let's do that.
let's start with here. What is this?
Okay, right here, this is our shop front kind of office area. There's 3 businesses run out of here, so behind here, this is where all the, you know, the businessy things happen.
Let's go for a walk in. Show us inside. Show us what we got. We're doing like cribs here.
Are you authorised? Are you authorised?
I think so.
You can come in, mate.
Security guard.
Security. This is our office area. You know, plan is to sell merch from here.
Well, I actually forgot. I was supposed to bring merch so we could like set it up on the wall, but I forgot to bring the merch from home. So hold this for a second. Pretend I'm on a coat hanger up on the wall, displaying the jumper. That's the idea of this, so we can actually sell merch directly from here. For anyone who wants to come in, you know, have a chat. Nathan's always up for a chat. We all know that, especially if you've got anything to do with the Falcon. You can come on in, grab your merch, and yeah, basically see what we're up to, I suppose.
Yeah.
And we're also looking at being able to sell and distribute a bunch of other things from here as well too. So one cool thing to note, this thing.
This was made by a fan. He made 2. Steve Hicks made these. They're stubby holder holders.
Stubby holder holders. How good is that?
They're freaking awesome. He noticed all our stubby holders on the wall up at Hackshop, and he said, not good enough, needs to be organised. So he made these for us. Got Hackshop established, and also, this is my favourite part, is the 3D printed magnetic bracket.
I know, how good is that?
How good is that?
He was even kind enough to put Hackshop Garage in the
and
3D
it's got
print.
Hackshop in it. Who does that?
It's full of Easter eggs, this thing actually. Obviously it's got a lot of our logos and everything, but one thing I didn't even notice until Nathan pointed out to me is this line around the Hackshop name right there.
It's the head.
It's a single overhead cam head.
Yeah, how good is it?
Which is genius.
Yeah, so he made 2 of these. The white one we got here,
Little turtle.
and we got the black one up at Hackshop. You've probably seen it in the background of a few episodes. And yeah, it's bloody cool. And honestly, someone painted this pole grey and you walk right into it. Yeah, that's a call out to someone that knows.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So you walk right into it. So now that this is there, it's okay. So it's kind of like a safety pole now.
Safety pole. Safety Dan. Thanks, Steve Hicks. That was really awesome. We really appreciate something like that. Yeah, a lot of this is just basically old stuff that we've had laying around, and we're bringing it all here to make it a cool sort of feel in here, and a cool place to work, and a cool place for people to visit and come hang out.
Yeah. This is the chop shop. So the big part of moving into here was that we don't really have fabrication tools up at Hackshop, nor do we have the room for big machinery and tools. And the rust repairs we're currently doing on a certain red ship box are major, and we need a little bit more tools than we have up at Hackshop. So the whole point was that the old man, Tin Man, has a heap of sheet metal tooling. So we've got some folders here, he's got some rollers over there. You know, the whole point of us all getting together was that we have those tools on hand. And we finally have a drill press as well, which we really need up at Hackshop.
It only took us renting a factory to get a drill press.
You know, this is his toolbox, as normal people have. You know, it's normal, just the back of a car as your toolbox. This is this area. Keep in mind, this is still a work in progress.
Yes.
So if you don't know what Tin Man does, he specialises in four-wheel drive ute conversions. This is currently a 200 series Land Cruiser getting a space cab chop. So this is what he does day in, day out.
Yep. But the advantage of that is the fact that it uses a lot of tools like these. Brakes and benders and rollers and stuff like that. All stuff that we can use now on heavy fabrication works for stuff like this thing. Right here. Have you been wondering where the Gemini has been? Here it is. It's been hiding out here for about the past 5 months while we've been trying to get this factory up off the ground.
And then this is going to be the home of Hackshop.
2.0.
2.0.
Well, the second home of Hackshop.
The second home of Hackshop.
The vacation home.
Vacation
the vacation home, yeah.
This does not mean that we are leaving the shed. The plan is to always do the projects out of the shed. This is where we will do overrun of work or big heavy fabrication side of work. We have a hoist that we've still got to put in. We're going to get some benches, toolboxes, kit this place out still. But heavy fab out of here. It's kind of scattered with HG parts at the moment because I'm going to town and getting all this stuff ready to take back up to Hackshop.
So the reason why we're showing you this today, where it's not kitted out and basically is a bare shell that is echoing like crazy, so I apologise for the sound if it sounds terrible right now, is because we are still very much in the process of setting this factory up. But instead of showing you the finished product when everything looks hopefully cool and looks awesome, we thought, you know what? Why don't we show what the process is when it comes to setting up a new factory or new workspace area? So in true Hackshop style, we're going to show you everything before we're ready to show you it. And you're just going to have to just imagine it for the minute, but in the coming weeks, you'll get to see us fit this thing out. What are we fitting it out with? Well, we haven't completely decided yet. We've got a few things that we have already. One of those things is a hoist. Managed to purchase a second-hand hoist, not a new one, because of the budget. We're going to try to sit a hoist right here, so it's going to be more on the diagonal. That'll allow us obviously to do most of our work. A couple of tool benches if we can get some around here. Storage wherever we can make it work. You can see we've got a couple of racks and stuff already that we need to find a home for. If we have the hoist on the angle there, it means that we can put a car here as well too. So if we need to work on something that doesn't require a hoist, this is a good location to do that. You know, just benches wherever we can get them, all on wheels if possible. And over to this side here, we have a sink that we need to install because we do have plumbing and everything through this place. So best that we have a sink. Very, very useful in the shed. It's very, very early stages. We're still trying to figure out stuff ourselves. We don't even know exactly what it's going to look like, but we're going to bring you guys along on the ride as we hopefully create a really good workspace to work out of. So as we mentioned before, there are 3 businesses running out of this factory, and one of those is Nathan's new business, which is Camo's Custom Graphics.
So, as most of you might know, I've been doing sign writing, car wrapping and all that stuff for quite a long time now. And the big venture was to go out on my own, and this was the big enough push to get me out on my own. So this is where I currently have dead engines and stuff like that. That's a sneak peek into Fairlane. This is currently where I will be doing, this is where I am doing my business, so a lot of vehicle wrapping and signage and stuff like that. It's very basic because I have basic tools. I need a knife, a squeegee and a heat gun. So there's not much more I need than that other than a big clean, deep clean area to do my work. So You know, I don't have much because I don't need much.
Yeah.
I think the furthest I will deep dive is pulling a bar off.
Yeah, and that was the advantage of having the two factories combined in one, because we have basically the divider between the dirty area, which is major fab over this side, and then a clean area on this side.
Exactly right.
So that is why all this here is basically Nathan's area to work in, but it also allows us to have something like the potential to put an engine room in here.
Yes. We've created a little corner, built a bit of a bench. It's a bit of a mess at the moment, but we kind of want to have, you know, a little engine building side for Hackshop. Once it's cleaned up a little bit more, we'll paint some signs and stuff like that. You know, we might kit this out with some engine building tools and, you know, really, because the thing with the building an engine is when you pull it apart, you need to leave it, you know, in orders and stuff like that. And if you need to clear the bench for something else, another project, you've got to move it all. Where here, you can just leave it and it stays in its order and you don't lose anything.
Yep.
So that's going to work really well for engines in the future. Obviously this is my MT, doesn't have a V8 in it yet.
Don't ask when that's happening, we're still working on that one.
Don't ask. Yeah, this is obviously where I do a lot of car wrapping, paint protection film as well. This place does have floor drains. So it does make doing PPF a lot better because it's not puddled with water. And it actually flows out really well and it's a really clean area. So yeah, this is it. Back there is a computer room and I've got a bench there obviously for making vinyl and making decals and stuff like that. And then behind this wall is just a storage room. This was a meat joint, so there's cool rooms and storage everywhere. It's very weird.
Yes, but the advantage of that is it's a perfect spot for us to keep all our merch as well too.
Exactly right.
Because our merch stock level is currently growing. We do sell a lot of different kinds of merch. If you haven't seen, head on over to the website, hackshopgaragecarclub.com.au, and get yourself some, because it'll really help pay for rent.
Yes. Yeah, it's a weird factory, but we like weird.
Yeah.
So this is it, you know.
Ooh, a sneaky bottom end to the Fairlane maybe. So, a little bit of history about these two factories themselves. This used to be a meat processing plant, basically. It was two factories joined together to create salami, wasn't it? Salami, wasn't it?
Oh, all meats. It was a butcher shop.
So, if you walk around this place, you notice all the walls here, they're all fridge panel, because all this used to be fridges. It used to basically be one entire big fridge with all different sections. They had the smoker over there as well too. There's plumbing all through the place for obviously meat processing purposes. And the place looked terrible. It looked pretty rough.
It was pretty rough.
It was really rough.
We look back on it now and go, no.
So over the past 5 months or so, we've been spending pretty much every spare minute that we have, which is not a lot when you've been doing all the other projects at the same time, trying to get this thing up to scratch. We have taken walls out here, removed doors, painting the walls, painting the floors, extra lighting, just a lot of work just to get it to look even what it looks like today, which is probably still not great, but looks a lot better than it ever did.
Yeah.
But we did film all that. So I reckon we should go back and show what this place looked like before we started and how we got to where we are today.
Yeah, let's do it. Alright, so it's demo day down here at...
I don't know what we're calling this yet. Is it Hackshop Garage The Factory?
I don't know, we'll just call it the factory for now. So we're going to cut this out. This is fridge panel. So it's like a sandwich beanbag stuff. So it's going to go everywhere.
Yeah. That's pretty easy.
Yep.
So now we see whether this is a structural wall and if the whole roof comes down with it. And if it does, saves us a lot of time.
I ate all of that.
What are we doing?
We're going to cut a door out into this room.
Look how much the slide goes off.
Yeah. The office area, come up a tree. So there was paint everywhere in here.
Yep.
The girls were on their hands and knees scrubbing the floor. The bench tops are all scrubbed. All the paint is gone.
It looks so much better in here.
It looks so much better in here. And we can put all our car stickers on the glass.
Yep. So we have a lot of people that we need to thank for helping us get to where we are today. One of the really big thank yous that we have to say is to New Tech. A massive thank you to New Tech. Scott and George from New Tech, they were absolutely amazing. They jumped on board at the very beginning of this project and they said that we really like what you do. We've got some products that you'd like to try. Would you be interested in trying some out? At that time, we were sort of right in the middle of taking over this factory and we thought, you know what, we need some paint. Can you help us out with some paint? And boy, did they deliver when it came to paint. They have helped us paint this factory from head to toe, literally from the ground to the ceiling. They have helped us with all of it, including the outside as well too. So if you come down here, this is all New Tech product. This is how much stuff they sent out to us just to get this thing painted. The floors have been painted in this stuff right here. It's called Pave Coat. It's a super easy, goes down really well sort of floor concrete sealer. Basically, just get your roller and you roll it on and the coverage is phenomenal. Like it's a really watery type thing, so it gets into all the nooks and crannies really well, but it covers like crazy, doesn't it? Like,
it was awesome to use.
One coat and it just goes for ages, doesn't it? Like you dip your roller in it and just, when they're going to refill. It was awesome and it has absolutely changed the way this place looks now when we drop oils and stuff like that and just wipe straight off. The walls themselves are actually painted in this stuff over here, which is, it's not like your normal sort of paint. It's meant to coat carbon roofs. It also acts as a thermal barrier as well too, so it can really reduce how much heat's coming through the tin itself. And if you feel any of this stuff, it doesn't feel like normal paint. It almost has a little bit of a membrane and it's a little bit thicker. And it's got a bit of a texture to it because that worked really well for us because like we said, this is all fridge panel. All these walls are fridge panel and all that fridge panel is tin on the outside basically. So we covered the whole lot. It has been a massive job. We've done as much as Nathan and I could in our spare time, but we have a massive thank you to say to Nathan's mum, Alison. She spent, I don't know how many nights rolling these walls and yeah, thank you so much for that, Alison. It was a huge help. So we finished inside the factory and thought that's looking really good. It all looked really nice and painted, but the outside, it didn't look great. So we thought, you know what, we hit up New Tech again. We said, hey, can we get some paint to do the outside? They said, yeah, absolutely. This is what you use. And we slapped on a shade of grey. I don't know what color it is. I forget what it is. And it just changed the whole look of this place. So now it actually looks somewhat presentable. We even have a sign. We thought that was important. Every shop needs its own swing sign. And on that swing sign, we also need to say a huge thank you to Richard from Designed and Built for helping us out with that, along with Lawrence from LCS 4x4. They were kind enough to let us use their plasma cutter to cut that sign out. And now it hangs up there in raw steel, so hopefully it rusts one day and ends up, looking all kinds of patinaed and rusted and probably go bright orange one day, we'll find out. But it's up there. A nice little frame up there so everyone knows where we are.
Also as well, for safety and protection, Mr. Platinum Bollards, Michael, he came and fitted these out for us. I was here when he did it and it was a grouse process to watch.
Yes.
I must admit. And I was like, oh, do you need me to move anything? And he was like, nah, the dirt was contained in this circle of an area. It didn't go anywhere else. It was probably this big and then they just wiped it up at the end. So he's installed his big, I think they're 119 millimeter bollards. They are beefy, they're in the ground. It also comes with a cap.
How good's that?
Beautiful.
So when we say they're in the ground, they're not in the ground a little bit. They are in the ground a lot.
Yeah.
You can see how far down they go.
You'll see in the video, he cores it out, a sleeve goes in, concrete gets poured around it, and then these are easy in. They got a locator.
These suckers ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. So huge thank you to Michael from Platinum Bollards for coming out and doing these.
So another company that we have to thank is King Chrome. We've been in talks with King Chrome for a little while now, and they have decided to jump on board as sponsors for Hackshop Garage. I can't even tell you how excited we are to be working with a company like King Chrome, because tools are the best thing. And at the end of the day, you know how much we love our tools, and King Chrome, like, they nail it when it comes to tools. We were lucky enough to go out to King Chrome's headquarters only last week, Nathan and I, and they showed us through the factory and showed us how it all works, and it just blew our minds just what King Chrome are doing with tools in Australia, like unreal. So they have jumped on board as a major sponsor of Hackshop Garage, which is a massive game changer, because they're going to help us out with fitting out this factory, getting tools here, because at the end of the day, we have the Hackshop Garage shed, which has our tools as it is, but this is empty when it comes to our tools, and we need to kit this thing out. So big thanks and shout out to King Chrome for doing that. It is going to be absolutely awesome. Cannot wait to see what that brings. The reason why we're showing you this today, unfinished, is because just quietly in the background, a couple of months ago now, I reckon, we hit 30,000 subscribers. A massive milestone for us, something that we never thought we'd ever do. The support that we've been getting from you guys at home has been immense, and it has blown us away. It is truly humbling. Any long-time viewer would know, when we hit a milestone like that, we always celebrate. We did that at, 300 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 25,000. We always do something, some form of a giveaway to say thank you to you guys at home, because it is you guys at home that make all this possible, and especially this, especially this. So, on that note, the reason why we have kept it quiet is because we've been trying to scramble to get just a little bit more done on this thing to get it ready. There's paint still drying on those walls over there from Nathan painting last night to scramble to get this ready for this video, because we wanted to celebrate by showing you this, Hackshop Garage The Factory. And further to that, on August the 27th, we're going to host an open day here at the factory for everyone to come along. Come along, bring a car, we're going to host a little bit of a meet. We're going to set up this place as best as we possibly can to hold probably the second ever Hackshop Garage meet.
Yeah. All the cars will be here.
All the cars. We're going to bring every car that we possibly can that we've built here on the channel. We're going to have them all here so everyone come, get to see them in person. We can chat with you guys at home, all that sort of stuff that we absolutely love. By the time we're filming this now, we've got less than 3 weeks to get this thing ready for that event, and we're scrambling to get it done. But we work best under pressure, so that's the idea. And of course, as we said, during our milestones where we like to do giveaways, we'll be giving away a bunch of stuff. There's going to be show bags from companies like Tiperformance, Raceworks. King Chrome are even going to throw together a little bit of a giveaway as well too. It's going to be awesome. We're really excited. We can't wait.
We will also have all merch here. You will be able to buy merch on site. No more waiting for Australia Post to deliver.
Yes, exactly
or
right.
whoever else, Uber.
Save on shipping.
Save on shipping. We will have merch on hand.
Yeah, more details to come. This is just to save the date.
Exactly right. This is a save the day. Exactly right.
Because as always, we are flying by the seat of our pants here.
Yes.
Trying to get this thing done. Yep.
Yep. As you can see, there's no merch here.
There is no merch.
And I've just guaranteed you there's going to be merch.
Yeah, we actually...
Here, hang that up.
We need to restock merch too at the moment. Not only have we been doing this in the background of Hackshop Garage for, like we said, the past 4 or 5 months, there's actually been a hell of a lot also been happening in the background as well too. And one of those things is Hackshop Garage is now a Victorian approved car club, which leads us into Hackshop Garage, the car club. We want to make this place basically a clubhouse for our members. The idea is that once a month, we're going to hold a meet, pretty chilled I reckon. We might get like a food truck out here or something, or maybe we're going to cook up a barbecue or anything like that. But we'll have everyone come in, we'll hang out here, and maybe we'll bring our cars in as well too, or some other cars from other people that we might know that we think are cool or something like that. Guys can come down, have a laugh, get to see what we're doing here, and basically just hang out with other car guys.
Hang out, that's it.
Basically. It also means though that we can actually register Victorian Car Club permits now, which is really awesome as well too, because I know when I was looking for joining a car club, there was a lot to choose from, and it was sort of hard to figure out which was the best fit for me. Now we have the opportunity to be able to provide that service to the car community of Victoria, which is awesome. We're really stoked. We cannot wait to see what that brings. We're still very much in the early stages of setting up the car club. We've only just literally got the letter the other day saying that we are approved. So, stay tuned for all that. If you are interested in becoming a member though, you can inquire by sending an email to this email address right here, hackshopgaragecarclub@gmail.com. Send that through and we'll basically get in contact with you and we'll figure out exactly how we're gonna go about all this thing. Like I said, we are still very early stages, but we just want to give you guys a heads up on what we're doing and what we're actually trying to do here. So, this is Hackshop Garage The Factory. Something that we've been working on in the background now for a hell of a long time. If you ask us exactly why we're doing this, we don't really know. We don't really have a plan with what this place is going to end up being in the future. It has many possibilities, but it's one of those things that we're just gonna wing it as we always do and see where it ends up. All this is basically happening because we want to make Hackshop Garage the biggest and best channel that we possibly can.
Yeah, even though we're not very big of a channel. We're doing this while we're still quite small. Yeah. But we've noticed the big community that we have kind of created and we really enjoy that. And so, we want to make that community even better. The car community is a big place and we thought, let's do it. Yep. Let's make it even better. And let's make this somewhere that people can get together and we can hang out and we're just two normal Joe Blows. We're not being like, come and hang out with us. No, just come and hang out with everyone.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, it's not just us. It's hang out with everyone.
We want to give back to the community that has given to us so much and has made, we've done things through Hackshop Garage that we never ever thought we could ever dream of happening and we've been able to do that because of you guys at home and the car community that is Hackshop Garage now. And we wanted to create a place where people could come and be a part of that physically in person, and that's what this is. We are fully committed to this. Whether it was the smart idea or not, we are here now and we're doing it. Yeah, let's see what it brings. Let's see what comes from this place. And
yeah.
So if you like this episode and you want to see more like this, please consider liking and subscribing. And if you want to support the channel even more, which would be greatly appreciated in a minute because we're paying rent now. Head on over to the website where you can buy a bunch of t-shirts, stickers, jumpers, fender covers. If you want to, you can even come into this factory now and buy it directly from us.
Yes.
Anyway.
And also support the businesses that are in here. Myself, Camo's Custom Graphics, head over there, give it a like and a share. And Tin Man Fabrications, he's on Facebook. It'll go a long way as to helping us keep this factory going.
King Chrome, head on over to King Chrome, give them a like as well too.
Yeah, give them a like. They have a YouTube channel. King Chrome has a YouTube channel. Their videos are quality.
Yeah, their videos are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Go check that out. But yeah, go head over, give King Chrome a like, and to say thank you for helping us do what we do here to bring the content that we produce to you guys at home. Because without sponsors, this place doesn't work. Without you guys at home, this place doesn't work.
Yeah.
And that's something we should say as well too. All the money that we make out of merch sales and YouTube ad revenue and all that sort of stuff, which is not a great deal if I'm honest, all of it goes directly straight back into the channel. We don't take a wage, Nathan and I, out of anything when it comes to Hackshop Garage. We work 2 full-time jobs, that is how we support ourselves. The Hackshop Garage income that we do make goes directly into funding content, the projects, the rent, all the background stuff that it comes to when it comes to running something like this. It all goes directly back into it.
That way it goes such a long way to helping us do what we do here.
Yeah. Well done. It's been an effort to get where we are today. Let's see where it ends up. Until the next episode, whatever that looks like.
HG.
HG, yeah.
Yeah, HG is our life for the next few weeks, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to fill our wall a little bit more with cool things.
Yes, our wall's looking a bit bare, but it is a start. We are starting. The goal is to fill this full of banners and merch.
Yeah. We want this to be a man cavey place.
Yes, this
not
is the
man cavey place, a human being-y place. We want everyone, not just men.
So, yes, this is the human cave.
The human cave.
It's no longer the man cave, it is the human cave.
It's so clean. And it's just nice to work on and sticky. It's quite a pungent paint.
It is very pungent.
Every time I painted those floors, I'm walking out of here like...
Pretty sure we should probably be wearing masks, but here we are.
We've got the fresh air. That's our mask.
Ventilation?
Mother Nature is our mask.
Yes. All right.
Anyway, I'll get the
spinny thing.
The spinny thing.
Look at this beautiful colour compared to this ugly crap right here.
And you know it's good when it smells like you're in danger.
I was going to have a Simpsons reference then, but you wouldn't know.
Yeah, I know the reference. That's what. I'm in danger.
But that's one of my favourite things about this factory, to be honest. I love that swing sign. I don't think I can reach it. No, not even close.
Nowhere near.
Hello, sir. Can I buy some merch?
Oh, yeah, no worries.
Hopefully I don't come off the ground like that.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Do you want to join Car Club as well?
Yes, why not?
Oh, no worries.
Where do I sign up?
Just sign your name here, and I just need a thumbprint of your blood.
As Big Kev would say, I'm excited.
Hello, my name's Nathan Cavalieri. Come on down to Hackshop Garage. You can buy yourself a beanie, you can buy yourself a hat, you can buy yourself a thing. You can talk to me for hours about your car that's LS swapped.
I love it. All you need is the pink tutu.